And I think we're live.
Hello, Fox and Wolves.
Hello to all our viewers out there, which is Fox and Wolves.
Yeah, that's it. Let's shut it down. Just the two of us. No, we've got three now. Hiya, Mike. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for joining in, Mike. Hello, nerds. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Well, maybe to start off with, we have a surprise guest today that will jump in as soon as he's available.
When he's available.
Doing
Hopefully
his
a little bit
job.
later. Hopefully a little bit later when we have some more people in the chat.
Exactly. On the other hand, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, I see Fox and Wolves are saying daylight saving ends tonight. This 4 a.m. starts. It's a bit early for this, isn't it? It's crazy.
Exactly. I know. Thanks for joining in each and every time, and every time this early in the morning. I mean, unbelievable.
We usually appreciate it. And guys, we will get you on the show at some stage. Don't think you're getting away with it.
No. We'll catch up with you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. That's going to be an early one for you then. Another early one.
Now, our list is in no particular order. So we don't, and nobody's above anybody else. We just, as we're chatting away, we just go, hey, let's ask this person. Let's ask that person. It's nothing.
Exactly.
So there's no such thing as being at the bottom of the list.
Look, we're very organized today, which means we don't have a clue what we'll do. No, just kidding. Welcome, Mike G. Welcome, Paul. Oops. Now Harry's dropped out. Welcome, Slot Journal. Bo, welcome. Seems like we've lost Harry, but he'll be back in a second. There he is. Told you. Both of us have a little internet problems today. We already noticed when setting this up.
Everything's going crazy with the internet today. Absolutely. Maybe there's an aurora tonight, and it's affecting the internet. That could happen. We've had a lot of those in the last few months.
Exactly. The chat is filling up. Hey, Poppies. By the way, great show. If you haven't watched Poppies yet, with a lot of banter going on while they're racing. So check out that channel if you haven't already done so. Welcome, Douglas. Welcome, Doug.
Hi, Douglas. Welcome along to the chat. Yeah. Hi, Poppies.
Paul, how's life?
Hi, Bo. Slot Journal, welcome along. Slot Journal is Mark or Paul? Which one is it?
I can't remember. I'm so bad in remembering names.
Okay, come on, tell us.
I'm like an old man.
I think it's Mark. I could be wrong.
Forgive me for that. It's not on you guys or on anyone. It's up here. I'm like an old man when it comes to names. I'm very good at remembering faces. Like, I know that guy. I've seen him before, but well, I can't remember his name. No, I can. But
I'm gonna have to start writing these names down. The only name I usually get mixed up with is Mark or Paul. So we've Slotcar 2021 and we've Slot Journal. Okay. And they're both here tonight.
But again, being the one more like remembering faces, as I have met Paul in person, Slotcar 2021, I do remember his name.
Yeah.
Really bad. Yeah. Guys, forgive me.
Well, forgive us. We apologize for being old and decrepit. But
exactly. Hair is not even growing anymore. That's what I share with Harry, the same hairdresser.
Nothing wrong with my hair. I've got a lovely head of hair. I can comb it as well. Look. Okay.
Again, we do
Nico
apologize
has frozen. I hear back.
for all the internet inconvenience going on at the moment. Yes, we should be back, but again, this is killing me.
The internet problems tonight. Who have we got? The Leon, welcome along to the show. Sorry, we're having internet problems tonight. That's Rob. Welcome, Rob. Internet problems tonight.
I don't.
Tinfoil hat.
I will not go down. No, I will not go down that road. That's for sure. I started to explain that we will have a very special guest today.
Yes.
I don't think whether they have or he has been or they have been on a live show yet. I don't think so. I think we're the first ones, as far as I remember or recall.
I'm sure I've been on stuff before. Well, I know the guys were, of course, on Electric Dreams and the live racing. Racing. And of course, was it Doug or Ian? I think Doug was interviewed, or was it Ian interviewed? I think it was Doug by Electric Dreams. That session, which was great.
Absolutely. So now the word is spread.
I see Easy E in the chat at some stage.
He is here. I've seen him.
Okay, welcome along. Yeah, got you there. Yeah. Can't stay. Have a best day. Oh, okay. Thanks for popping in. We still appreciate the support. Even dropping in saying hi is great.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we've already spoiled who will join in by accident, but it's all good. But we didn't tell where they would come from. So if you guys followed them on the internet, you will notice this will be a long distance call.
Yeah. Did I spoil the surprise? You see, I'm as bad as you are. You can't remember names. I can't keep secret.
Don't worry. It's all good. We're doing it for fun. So
yeah. We can't bring him on because he's not here yet, but we're waiting. No, the guy, look, they're busy. They're very busy. We'll tell you all that when he pops in. I hope he can pop in. Oh, Nico's
don't give me that.
All sorts of problems and drama tonight. Guys, tell me something. Nico, you're freezing, but you're coming and going.
My mobile. And
guys, when Nico freezes out, can you still see me, or are
really
we both
well?
out?
And this will not help us on.
No, especially with tonight. Okay, Nico's gone. Can you guys see me while we're waiting for Nico to come back? Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can see me. Okay, thank you, Bo. You can still see me. Okay, Nico, welcome back again.
Sorry.
Okay. It's nothing we can do about this tonight. There's something crazy going on with the internet.
We don't know what it is because we haven't changed our setup. It is the same like always.
Yeah.
Paul, it's exactly the other way around. They're paying us.
Yeah, we've been sworn to secrecy. We can't tell you how much. Maybe.
Well, Henry's already retired. I'm thinking now of retiring because, 1 or 2 lives like that and I'm done,
Yeah. We'll have 20,000 subs each and we can sit back and relax. You need a lot more. You need a lot more than 20,000 subs to sit back and relax.
Absolutely.
Maybe 1 million subs and then you can sit back and relax.
I don't know.
Okay,
so what
Douglas,
else are we up?
Douglas said he's good on his side. Excellent. In California.
That's good to hear.
California. Lovely stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So what else are we up to aside from special guests? It is.
Well,
I'm going to do an unboxing. Right?
Yeah. We're going to have an unboxing very quickly. What's on the bench for me? All I have on my bench is nothing really. It's that car. I've just put my stickers on it. So that's the car that Doug sent me for my crash test thingy. That's all I have on my bench. And because I've been crazy busy this week, I went on a narrow gauge railway journey with my missus and I recorded that. So I've put that on my train channel. So that took a lot of work, a ton of little clips I had to put together. I was out today running the RC car that Tony Droney sent me. Thank you very much, Tony. So that was today completely. So Slotcar wise, all I've done is put a couple of stickers on this. My phone's full up of stuff. I got to clear my phone out of all the stuff, and then I'll get to testing these two cars during the week. So Nico, over to you. What's on your bench?
Well, I received, if some of you are following me, I received 1 to 43 vintage cars from Paul Shepard. I saw them on eBay, and I noticed by accident then that it's Paul, and I got them for really good money. And I was bidding for 4 cars in the lot, and in the end, he sent me, when I unwrapped them, he sent me 6 cars. It was like,
Wow.
ooh.
Lovely.
And of course, I texted him and said, well, it was me who got, your cars, and thank you very much. And so that was really, really a nice surprise.
And he texted you back. He texted you back and said, "Send back those extra cars, please. That was a mistake."
If I would have known it's you, send them back. Exactly. That. How do you know his answer? No.
Lovely.
I will very, very briefly. How do you say? Update them and try and keep them into their original, surrounding, if you want to say, or the original parts to it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And by the way, I love your RC video from today. That looks like an advertisement or a marketing video for this RC, for the pickup truck. That is really nice, Harry.
Yeah, I had fun. I had great fun. It was an amazing car. It will be a lot better. That was my first time ever photographing an RC car. So I can see where I can improve on that. Much closer shots and some more interesting angles. So I'll go out again, maybe this Saturday or Sunday, and try and get some more. We're supposed to have a bit of snow here, so I might go out and get it in a bit of snow, maybe flying around. So yeah, thank you very much, Nico. Yeah, I haven't posted that yet on my channel, on my RC channel, but I just stuck something on Facebook, as you saw. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't mixed up then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. By the way, Tony Droney also posted his big unboxing he had as well this week. So you must go to Tony's channel and check that out. He got another big load of Nico cars, Formula 1 cars and everything. So go and check that out.
Not only Formula 1 cars, as I saw. A special delivery he received from overseas.
Yeah, the reverse slot. I like to pass on the love. So I said to Roger, would you mind? And Roger said, nah. I said, okay. I knew Tony had no Revo slots. I said to him last month, I said, you've got any Revo slots? And he said, no. And in my head, I was thinking, aha. So that's why I sent him on the Revo slot. Yeah.
Now that my special dealer, my dealer of trust, so to say, again, is here and arrived. I can do the unboxing now. It was the one I said I had a thing going on, and Harry nearly collapsed because of laughter. You got a thing going on.
You have to have a thing going on, absolutely.
Yeah, I had a thing going. We still have a thing going on.
Hello, Rahad. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
No drama.
Who else? Yeah, it is Chris Redhead who just joined.
Chris.
And this is the special delivery, the thing I've been going on with Chris.
Super.
Sorry, didn't mean that. Still want you there, Harry.
No, you far away. I can sit quietly here. I'll have a cup of tea. I'll pour us some tea.
And I have to admit, I have only opened the box, but it's so well wrapped. I have not looked into the inside. Now,
I think you should hide me and let us get a good look at your unboxing. Go on, put me in the background.
Okay.
Absolutely.
First of all, I received stickers. Very nice stickers. These are the stickers for his Instagram channel. We're talking about Redhead, by the way. So that's the 2 barcode for his Insta channel.
Oh no.
Stickers. So that was the beginning. Then there is an envelope saying, dude. And I have to, hang on. Our special guest arrived. So the unboxing will fade. And I will call in our special guest. And there he is. Hey, Doug, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Hey,
Hi, Doug.
hi, everyone.
Good to have you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for reaching out.
No problem. No worries. Yeah, if I can't hear you, there's a load of music in the background. So apologies if I keep saying pardon.
It's all good. It's all good.
Cool.
Well,
So
Let me wander away a bit. There we are. How is everyone?
fabulous, absolutely. Nico's frozen for a second. I'll just cover for a minute. So yeah, we're great. We're excited to have you on the show. Hopefully we have Nico back in a minute. How's the weather over there? It looks hot for evening time.
Oh mate, it's unbelievable. We've travelled to quite a few places.
All the rest of you still here as well.
Yeah, the heat here is just something else.
We're still trying.
Yeah.
Yes, we're back. Sorry, we've got bad internet on our side.
Oh, is it your side or is it me? I'm on an eSIM in Bahrain.
We've been having problems.
Well, usually you should.
We've been having problems since we started. That Nico's going to pop out and pop back in again.
Okay,
so,
cool.
What are you guys up to? You're doing an event over there.
Yeah, so it's for the build-up for the Bahrain F1 Grand Prix. So they hold this big sort of fan village for 2 weeks in Bahrain for build-up, just to get the hype ready for the Formula One when it arrives next Sunday.
Yeah, wow.
So we're just helping with that.
And you will be there right up until the Formula One is actually on.
Pardon?
You will be there for the whole week of Formula One, right up to the race and everything.
We actually come back like 2 days before the Formula One. So we're there for the build-up, and then we come home, and then we're actually at Williams for the Formula One.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so we land from here, then go straight to Williams F1 to run their VIP event there for them. Yeah.
Amazing. Fabulous.
Yeah.
That's a schedule.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll let Nico ask some questions because he froze out. Nico, you're back in. Go ahead.
I just wanted to know, is it your dream job or is it just us wanting your job at the moment?
No, it's a pretty cool job, to be honest. Yeah, we get to travel around the world doing slot cars, and just with mates, with Ian and Tim. It's cool. Yeah, we landed on our feet, really.
Which is good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, it's always a good thing.
Oh, it's a dream job, absolute dream job. I think everyone here would love that sort of. I know you guys. You work hard. You work long hours, don't you?
Oh yeah, we're doing 12-hour days. I know it's doing slot cars, but when you're stood up, running around the track, it's a big track as well. It's 6 meters by 3 meters that we've set up. So it's quite a big track. We're doing nearly 300 races a day.
Wow.
Yeah, and on a track that size is a lot.
Yeah, and you have to be sort of you have to be all hyped up to keep the fun going. So you have to be very, very happy and, you know,
Yeah.
commentating and going all the time.
Yeah, exactly. When I go back home to the hotel room, I'm all miserable and all like, oh. Yeah. But yeah, we're there doing the commentary and yeah, just getting the hype up around the track. Obviously here it's a bit tricky as a language barrier because we don't speak Arabic or anything else. So it's, you know, trying to relay because none of them have seen slot cars.
Okay.
So slot cars is completely new to over 90% of these people. They've never seen it.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going through thousands of people. So it's cool. It's tricky though because they don't know what it is. They just think it's a model.
Okay. And you have that thing where they fly down to the first corner because they think the car doesn't come off the track, and then you have pileups.
Exactly. I'll show you the track in a moment. I might not be able to talk too much; it's gonna be noisy. But yeah, it's yeah. You'll see them. They're flying off the track, but they're having a laugh. They're smiling. They're shouting, screaming. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Harry, what are your questions? You've had a bunch of questions.
I'll go for a little wander. And I'm not sure if I can turn the camera around. I'm not very technical, but
wrong job.
So, yeah. There's everyone around the track.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, there's Silent Tim.
There's Tim. Yeah.
So we've got Tim in the middle there. So Tim's doing all the entertainment.
Yeah.
Do you guys use the same track for all the events?
I'll just stand back a bit. What was that, Harry? Sorry?
Do you guys use the same track for all the events?
Well, we've just got a massive box of slot car track, like tons of it. Scalextric track. We use all Scalextric stuff actually most of the time. Scalextric track and cars. We've got about probably 50 or 60 cars here that we're trying to rotate. I normally have to solder the wiring looms because where the braids are going left and right, left and right, left and right, is like thousands of laps. The wire snaps on the little hook that clips onto where the glide is. So I just resolder those. I've just done 20 F1 cars today before we started.
And I know from working on the F1s that they're very fiddly. Those wires are very awkward to solder, very tiny.
Yeah, it's no fault to the Scalextric car. It's just the heat and the amount of use that they're getting. Essentially, it's a kid's toy being used for corporate use, and they're just pounded and pounded and pounded the whole time. So they're doing really well, really well.
Yeah, you were telling me that about the F1s because I was going to buy F1s. I remember, and I said to you, "Would you recommend them?" And you said, "Yeah, we use them, and they're great." The Scalextric F1 cars,
Yeah, so we're just flicking between sort of because Bahrain, their main is McLaren, so I think they own McLaren or something. So I'm not sure exactly what it is. So we're using the McLaren F1 cars and McLaren, just the normal like GT style cars, all Scalextric branded ones. Yeah.
But it's really great to hear. Basically, you're our ambassadors because if they haven't seen slot cars yet, you're the ones to make them aware.
Yeah, hopefully. And they're all enjoying it. I mean, I could have sold probably about more than 50 sets already. I can't because I'm being employed to do this. But yeah, I could have sold loads, and they can't get it here in Bahrain. It's really hard. They have to import it all. They've never even heard of it, let alone tried to buy it.
That's crazy.
It's probably even harder here than it is in Latvia, Harry. So
that's amazing to think that they haven't heard of it and they can't get it. That's really interesting.
And it's not funny.
How do I turn the camera around? Am I being silly? I can probably show you the wrong one. I'm trying to do it on my phone, so I'm a bit. Oh, never mind. I'll bring you over to the track again. People probably don't want to see my ugly face. They probably want to see some racing. So. So we're using just SSDC software. We're not up to speed with these, the new one yet. So just walk round. So yeah, we've got loads of kids here.
Yeah,
And
great.
it's a replica of the Bahrain International Circuit as well.
Ah, okay, cool. And do you guys have a translator working with you?
Hello, coach here. Yeah, they love the track. Do you love the racing? I love it. He loves the racing. I won this. How much times? You've won loads. A lot. And you did the lap of shame as well. Exactly. Yeah. Corner of shame. The corner of shame.
The lap of
Serious.
shame.
Yeah. See you later, man. Cheers, dude. Peace out. Yeah.
You got a lap of
So yeah,
shame.
it's pretty cool.
Okay.
There we are. Right. Sorry about
And
that.
do you
good.
guys have a translator?
Yeah, they keep wanting pictures with us and stuff.
Oh, you're famous.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, it's funny. I think
Oh,
it's
that's
because
brilliant.
we're English and running around
I
being
don't like
English.
it.
They're all like, hey.
Yeah, let's get a picture with the crazy English guy.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we are
guys.
definitely crazy, that's for sure. In this heat, anyway.
Do you
Yeah.
guys have a translator? Like, do you have
Yes.
somebody who can translate when you're people asking questions?
Yeah, well, actually, we've got a guy, this little guy called Mohammed, this kid, and he loves it so much. He's been working with us. This guy here, Mohammed, say hi. There he is.
Hey, Mohammed.
So he's never seen
Hi,
a slot
Mohammed.
car before, and he's been with us now for 3 whole days,
Oh,
helping
fabulous.
us out on the track. We've given him some dinar, which is the local currency. And he's loving it. He's picking up the cars, working the track, and he helps translate for us if needed.
Yeah, that's
As well.
brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
we've got two security guards here as well. So obviously it can get a bit feisty sometimes, but
Okay.
yeah.
Do you guys actually get to see any of the Formula One cars when you're there?
Well, yeah, they've got one further down. So this complex, they've got loads of simulators down the end. They've got a replica F1 car and all that down the end, and a live stage.
Yeah.
We don't start till 6 p.m. I think on Monday. So we're going to head down to the racetrack on Monday to the Bahrain circuit, and our contact there is going to take us up the pit lane and stuff on the Bahrain circuit, and have a little look.
That's amazing. That's
nice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so that would be pretty cool, hopefully, because I think they're in Japan, aren't they, this week, the F1, on
Yes.
Sunday,
Yeah.
and then all the
Yeah.
teams will be moving in on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, setting up all their stuff.
Yeah. And the F1 this year is looking very interesting. It's looking like it's going to be a very interesting year.
Oh yeah, oh no, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, got a few good contacts in. Yeah, and yeah, can't wait. It's going to be good.
Hey, I have a question for you. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food?
In what country? I just had a traditional like shawarma wrap here yesterday from like a street vendor. Obviously, they don't look very safe sometimes, but that was very nice.
Yeah, you can be taking your life in your hands sometimes.
Yeah, but it was really good. It was really good. So yeah. Apart from that, I do like a good old Chinese.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. It's like your traditional. I mean, I'm Irish, but I know with English friends, you go to other countries and then you look for where you can get fish and chips or something like that.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Nah, cool, man.
Well,
I think
really great to hear. Well, thanks for stopping by. We don't want to keep you away too long.
Yeah, we've got another 4 hours here. We finish at midnight.
Yeah, don't want to keep Silent Tim too busy.
That's all right. Yeah, but I'm going to head back. Thank you for having me on the show anyway. Appreciate it.
Thank you
and then hi to everyone.
Enjoy the rest.
Will do. Cheers, guys.
Keep
Thanks a lot.
pushing.
Have a good one.
Have a good
You
one.
too.
Thank you.
All the
See ya.
best. Thanks.
See ya.
See ya.
Now, guys, wasn't that brilliant?
That was a big surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you? You're still on and off, freezing. That's why I kept going.
I know. I'm
That's
sorry.
why I kept rabbiting on, because I didn't want what's it called, dead air. I think that's what they call it when no one's talking, and it's just.
Go for it, Terry. Go for it.
Wasn't that fabulous? Oh, what a life! I'd love that. Oh my god.
Well, I know at the moment 23 people who would love that because they're all in the chat.
Yeah.
Or is there anyone who would not love it?
Slotcars and
think
Formula
so.
One and traveling all over the world. Fabulous. Now, I
getting
know,
paid
of
for
course,
it.
you miss family. And I know
Yes.
guys with young families, you know, that you would miss the family. But, you know, it's good work. Get it while you can, especially something so amazing as that. We have a few people dropped in. I never said hello to Ron and Rahul and who else popped in?
T-Warrior, No Drama,
T-Warrior, hello, welcome
Too
along.
Fast, Greg.
That's
Yes,
Ron.
I do remember a few names.
RTDL, welcome along. GST Racing, hello.
Yeah, the crowd is growing.
Wasn't that great? Now I haven't popping in. Oh, Todd is here as well. Hi, Todd.
I thought. Well, I was in the middle of unboxing.
Oh yes, go. You go with your unboxing. Hopefully your internet will behave itself.
Hopefully the internet will stay with me this time. So once again, for those who joined in later, I received a package that I ordered actually with Chris from Redhead. Yes, in case you haven't checked out his channel, do it. A good one. So, aside from the stickers that I showed before, I got something like a personal letter with barcodes on it. And I know what this is because the things I ordered I can remember. It says 3D here. So actually I contacted Chris because I saw on his channel that they are running chassis for 1 to 43 cars that are...
Nico, can you hear me? Yeah,
yes.
I was just asking the guys if they can see you, but you're frozen at the moment, so they're not actually seeing you unboxing.
Okay, well, I'll just continue and hope for its best. If it doesn't work out properly, we can do it one more time and bore the hell out of you next time as well. No, just kidding.
We can do a silent unboxing because we already have the audio. We can hear you.
Can you see me or am I still frozen?
You're frozen, Nico. You're frozen like a popsicle. Popsicle, says Tom. Frozen, Nico. Dee. We have Keith here. Hiya, Keith. Welcome along.
And I'm back again. Can you hear me? Can you see me or whatever?
Yes, we can hear you, but for
nothing.
me, you're still frozen for me.
I guess it's just...
We have audio, Nico. It's like a radio show. We've got to treat it like a radio show. Nico, if you just really explain in detail what... Oh, he's gone. I'll have enough of this. I'm out of here. Okay, we'll give Nico a minute. He'll come back in, no doubt. He's having terrible trouble with the misbehaving internet today. But the good thing was we got Doug. So that's the good thing. That was important to us. He was good enough to come in and have a chat with us on the live show, which was brilliant. Great surprise. So how are we doing? Is this the audio unboxing? Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to get Nico to do it just with the audio and do very descriptive stuff, and like you're saying, scrunch up the cardboard and go, I'm now ripping open the box. Oh, am I on my own again? 2 weeks in a row? We get Nico back in a minute. So we're going to talk about scale as well today. Now, look, we all know y'all know about scale. We're probably sick to death of channels talking about scale, but it's just something we thought we'd chat as a little extra subject. So while we're waiting for Nico to come back, I'll ask you guys, get you involved for a few minutes. What scale do you do, guys? Is there a particular scale that you're mad into? I was 132, and I still do love 132. Then I got into the BRMs, and I love those, the 124 scale, but they've gone very expensive. They're nearly €150 now for a BRM. So now I'm looking at the Carreras, the 124 Carreras, you know, and you can get the funny thing is, just to say to you, you can get a 124 in Europe, we're talking euros, you can get a 124 Carrera for between 75 and €85. That's a 124 digital Carrera, okay? And a 132 digital Carrera is 70 to 80. So for an extra €4, if you have the bigger track, if you have the 124 track, for an extra €4, you can buy. You have the difference. I see your back, Nico. You have the difference between that 124 and that. Now, no, that's a scale electrics, but that's the difference. If they were bookers for €4 extra, I mean that if you have the room on the borders, they're fabulous for that sort of money. Okay, I'll shut up and we go back to Nico. Nico, let's go.
Oh, don't worry. Sorry, guys. I did pay the bills. I promise. They for one or the other reason they don't want me. So I'll do it quick. I'll do it quick. Although Chris would deserve to have it long. Now, I have ordered with him a 1-43 chassis out of the 3D printer. Well, actually, I ordered 2. That will take axles and bushings from the 1-32 cars.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you can very easily change parts, because for the 32 cars, you most likely have them. And they are for mainly for Scalextric's Compact, the wheelbase.
Okay.
There's a guide in there as well. And again, I ordered 2 with him. There you are, 2 chassis. And a few rims. 3D printed.
3D printed. Super.
Again, that's for 1-43, because there are not many chassis out there. None at all. Plus, I don't know whether you can see them. That's a metal chassis made of brass.
Oh, brass chassis, yeah.
And some plastic parts to go with it. Also for 1-43.
Wow.
Including metal rims.
Okay.
So this is going to be a very, very, very interesting project.
Yeah.
To set up 1-43 car with parts. 1-43 with parts from bigger scales to be used. And it's a big, big thank you from my side going out to Chris for making this happy, because those parts are not available anymore. So he just knocked on doors asking people, I've got a guy sitting in Austria who wants to try your parts. Do you still have some leftovers? So again, a big, 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 big shout out for Chris at Red Hat. Thank you. Yes, it's brass with GFK, which is fiber plastic parts that are being used.
Yeah. So you're definitely getting into the 143rd projects lately.
Yes, somehow they're catching up with me. Well, my basic idea is, the advantage of having a club track for 1 to 43 cars, 1 to 24 cars, you can race 1 to 24, 1 to 33, 32, 1 to 43. So why not have like proper stuff with 1 to 43 going on?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the basic idea behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I'm getting into 1 to 43 a lot. And of course, I mean, if you have a 1 to 43 track, you can make a bigger track in smaller space. And I guess that's what you were starting to discuss already, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, is your unboxing done? Have you? Is that your unboxing finished? Yeah.
Done.
Okay. If you want to scroll back in the chat, I was asking the guys what's their preferred scale, and I think the first one to get back to us, I went right back to where Todd, and Todd said, yeah, he'd like to have a track for each scale. Had he the room, of course. You know, to have the room is the thing, and I think a lot of us would love that. We'd love to have a different track for each scale, but so that's what Todd was saying. So we went right back. Then Keith was saying 132 always. Now I know 132 and HO. What was HO?
164.
164. That I think they were the main popular scales, weren't they? I know in the States a lot of guys had 124 home built stuff years and years ago. That's what they did. But I think for us in Europe and all, it was 132 and HO scale as well, wasn't it? Really. So 132 was hugely popular and still is. So for me, originally it was 132. If funds were no object, it would be 124 BRMs. But you know, they're gone crazy expensive. I'm still very impressed with the price of the Carrera 124s. What are the guys saying? Tom is saying 143rd and 132nd and maybe 124th someday. Well, then it comes down to as well, have you got the track? That's the only good thing I found about the Carrera track, because you can fit any scale. Now, as Nico track, it's not as big. It's very close to it, is it? Nico track is very close. Is it bigger or the same or a little bit smaller? Do you know? I think it's a little bit smaller, is it, than the Carrera track? He's frozen.
Again.
But just to show you, while Nico's frozen there for a minute, so that's Carrera. That's the Carrera 132 track, and that's a HO car on it. So it's tiny, isn't it? It's absolutely tiny. I could never get into HO, especially now with my big awkward fingers and my bad eyes. They're tiny. I just see guys working on them, like Dan from Slot Valley Racing, and Steve from BS Slotcar is working on these tiny little cars, and I'd be amazed how they get tiny little springs and everything. But I know it has a huge following, so fair play to the guys that do it. I tried to go. We're waiting for Nico to come back. I tried to go. I like the Formula 1 go cars on the Carrera track. And we have SCX also do 143rd scale. But I like the Formula 1s on that. With the 4-lane track, there's loads of room to slide around or to battle. And they're a bit easier on the eye to see. And budget-wise, they're like under €20. So budget-wise as well. AFX in Europe is nearly €50 for an AFX car. Where, a Carrera go car, so you have those two scales. You have this and this. Like, and this go car is half the price of the AFX. It's where the pricing comes from, I don't know, maybe from past popularity. Okay, I'll shut up for a minute. Over to you, Nico. He's frozen. He's frozen again. Right, I'll go to the chat, guys. Started with Slotcar, started with HO 20 years ago. I can hear you there, and went to 132 after a few months. Okay, yeah, I could never get into HO. It was available in Ireland, but I was always a 132 person from the start. So Bo was saying between 69 and €75 here in Germany. I presume that's for the digital 124s we're talking about, Bo, yeah? And at the Carrera, 104. Yeah, it's amazing from direct. They're so much more expensive, and the shops can do such good deals. Subscribe to Rathead, Slotcar 2021. Good stuff. Rathead's a good guy. He's no drama, Tom. Yeah, we have what Tom said. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know, have enough cars yet. This is Warrior to have an opinion on the matter, but I would love to know what's everyone's preferred scale for a digital 132 track. Well, I suppose the 132 is the best thing, really, isn't it? And the digital Carreras are at a good price. And if you buy digital, they come chipped, ready to go on the track. And later, if you wanted to go 124, if you just get your borders, because you need your borders for 124 on your Carrera track, you can get away without them, but you really need borders, especially if you're going to take magnets off and you want to slide them big guys around. But I love the Carrera, the 124 Carreras on the track. And there's your difference between there's a 124 Carrera and there's your 132 cars. So it's a huge difference. They're great fun. Now, I run mine at 14.8 volts, which is the power supply that comes with the 132 set. Now, the 124 set, it has 18 volt, maybe 18 point something volt. But these will run quite nicely. Take out the magnets. I usually try and take out the magnets or leave one magnet in maybe. That one has pod gauge tires on it. And I run them at 14.8 volts. And they're still great fun. They will still come off in the corners if they go too quick. But they feel heavy through your controller. It's hard to explain, but you can actually feel the weight of the car as you're racing. So if it came down to it and I had to buy some more slots, I'd probably go with some more Carreras. Now, I'm not into DTM cars. I'm not into GT3. But, you know, that's the choice you have. If you want to get more specialized things like Fiats and Ford Escorts and all, you got to go with BRM and 124. I think Scale Auto also do some fabulous stuff in 124. Nico, are you back?
Seems like, but not for long. It always
okay,
keeps...
you chat away. I'll shut up for a minute.
Okay. As long as there is a connection, I'll use it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up, and if I double things, guys, forgive me. It's crazy internet tonight. I don't know. So yeah, it's Harry and I talked about it before we started the show for preparations on price-wise, space-wise, detail-wise. There are differences, but I guess there's a room for every scale, meaning every scale has its positive and negative sides.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about space, I'm in the HO. Of course, you can do a lot of track on a small space, but with the 43 as well. And now even the 43 get the side corners. Now, what do you call that? The slide areas, the bank,
borders, track borders.
Yeah, the borders. Thank you. You get them 3D printed as well.
Yeah.
You can drive those cars without magnets easily. So
yeah.
it's all there.
And while you're talking about the 143rd, that's a Carrera Go track. And that is a Scalextrics Mini beside the Scalextrics Escort. Okay. So you can actually run, now if you run two Escorts, they'll tip each other. Let me just put these on the track, on the straight. If you run two Escorts together, they will tip each other. But you can get away with two Minis or one Escort and one Mini. And you won't, if you try and use 132 on the Carrera Go track with the Carrera Go barriers, it's a disaster. They catch the barriers with the tires. So you really need what Nico said. If you can order some 3D printed borders, you can actually have, my idea, I bought a Carrera Go track. My idea was to buy Scalextrics Minis or whatever small Scalextrics cars I had and actually have a little fun setup that's portable for just like mini racing. You know, you could go to events and have maybe 6 or 7 minis and just let kids race them and just show the hobby. So you will, you know, if you don't want to go with the 143rd scale, the SCXs and the Carrera Go, you will actually be able to run your Carrera Minis on this, and your Scalextrics Mini, and you can make a really interesting track if you just use 132 cars. So there is a possibility. Are you back, Nico?
Yeah, I am. For the moment.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just to answer T Warrior's question, I don't have the 64 cars here with me in the studio. I have them in my basement downstairs. But for the next show, I can bring you a sample of a 64 car and a 24 car just to show you the size difference, if you're into that. There you go. Is that an HO car?
Yeah, that's one Dan sent me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there you got it, T Warrior.
It's absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. No drama.
And the thing is, you can actually run these. I've seen them run. You can actually run these on your Carrera track. Now they slide around a little bit. The pin moves around a bit, but I've seen where Steve and all puts a straw on the pins, and so they don't slide around as much. So there is ways of getting them to run if you want to on your 132 track. I mean, if you got don't mind me going on about the Carrera track because that's all I know. Because I haven't got Nico track and I haven't got Scale Electrics track. I had in the past Scale Electrics track. But the thing is, with this track, you can run everything. You can go through the whole range of scales.
And I'm out again.
You know, so that's why I bought this track in the first place, because you could do all sorts of scales. Now, I think people say that Nico track has a better grip. You have different grip on the different tracks as well. He's frozen. Oh, Nico, frozen again. Hold on, let's scroll down a bit. And of course, yeah, I think Bo was talking about analog and digital as well. So you have that aspect, you have analog, digital, and you can convert your analog cars, 132 cars, to run on digital by buying chips, but it can get very expensive. So sometimes if you're not sure, make sure that if you buy digital, you know you're going to have to pay a little bit extra for your digital car. For example, I just have a quick example here. A 132 digital car in Europe costs about 70 to 80 euro. A Carrera, about 70 to 80 euro for a 132 digital car by Carrera. Now, you can get the Evolution, which is the analog Carrera car in Europe, for 40 to 50 euro. So it's about an extra 20 euro per car if you go digital in Carrera. So it's about 20, 25, about that, a little bit extra. Put it this way, it's about the price of the chip. If you bought Evolution, you can add chips to them. So your chip, how much are chips now, Nico? I think they're about 25 euro for a chip, are they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Okay, you take over. You're back again. He's back in the room.
Well, it seems like I'm here for 60 seconds and then I'm cut off again. But so forgive me. I'll keep jumping in and out. Basically, this is a hairy live today with a little interruption or, in between, which is me. Guys,
I feel sorry for I feel sorry for the Nico fans who came to hear Nico and they have to listen to me rabbiting on for an hour. Oh no, he's frozen again. You back? Well, it's an interesting show. We have all sorts of drama tonight, guys. Oh, Warren, I see Warren is here. I see somebody saying hi, Lightech. So Warren, if you're still here, welcome along. Yeah, Warren's there. 164 Slotcar 2021, 164 non-mag is fun. I've never tried that. As I said, I don't run 164, but I can imagine it would be kind of crazy with the speed of them. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. The 164, generally, as far as I know, educate me, guys, I think they run on maybe 18, 20 volts. Even though they're such a tiny little car, they run on 18 or 20 volts. I remember I put this one on my Carrera track in the garage, my big track in the garage, and I just held the throttle down completely at 40.8 volts, and the thing just ran around the track and never deslotted. So I think you need the extra few volts to get these to deslot. It was just glued to the track with the magnet. So It was, but do you know what I have to say? I'm not into them. I never was. So that's just my personal thing. But it's so quiet and smooth. It ran around the track and it was like, it was as quiet. It was actually a lovely sound. It just so smooth. So now I know sometimes they come with bad axles and stuff, quality control problems. But this particular one that Dan from Slot Valley Racing sent me is sweet. Really nice to run around the track. I think I saw you moving. You're back. You're back.
Well, my 60 seconds are just ticking down, and when they're over, I'm out again. You know, it's like being kicked out every time you start a sentence. It's like, you know, somebody pressing your throttle. Oh, your throat. Sorry.
Actually, Nico, you did say your voice was a bit sore today because you had a bit of a cold. So maybe somebody's giving you a rest.
Well, you think the internet connection adjusted to my cold or my, yeah, could be. I lost track, so just go on, Harry, and I'll just jump in.
Oh, no, we're just talking about the different scales, and I'm just rabbiting on about stuff. So, Nico, you're 143 now quite a lot. You're 132. Do you run much 124?
Well, basically, I run 124. That's where I'm coming from because my club is racing 124 only.
Yes.
Slowly, I can get them into 1-32 as well. Slowly.
Yeah.
And we had like this week, Wednesday, we had a few good races in 32 with IROC classes where the cars stay on lane and the drivers change. So you drive every car.
Yeah.
And that was really great.
Yeah.
And of course, I still got my 1-43 class, IROC class, that I'm going to pour all over them within the next weeks.
Yeah.
So
I know sometimes people are stuck in their ways. If they've been racing 124 and you're coming into them and you're going, hey guys, look at this, they're like, what is that? Yeah. And then you got to convince them that it's good fun.
That's exactly what you described. That's exactly what I want to break up in my small slot car vicinity, so to say, because it's nonsense. You can have fun with any slot car, any size, with magnet, without magnet.
Yeah, you can. I mean, when my family were racing last year, when they had never raced before, I started them on the Carrera Goals because I know they're fairly glued to the track. And I let them race around. They'd never raced. None of them had ever raced Slotcars before. We had daughter, mother, granny, with the whole selection of people. And they started on the 140 tours. And I let them race around for 15 minutes with these. And then I moved them on to the 132 polycar home racers cars. And loads of them they adapted really quickly. And they enjoyed both scales. And then at the end of the night, I put them on the 124 cars, and they're like, whoa. But actually, a couple of them said, no, I prefer the 132. So, you know, people can... Yeah.
Exactly, Fox and Wolves. Just slot it in the slot, whatever size it is. Yeah.
No matter where I went, if someone said, do you want to race on slot cars, no matter what scale they were, I say, yeah, of course.
Exactly. Same with me. Absolutely same with me. Plus, size doesn't matter. That's what they say.
Yeah. HO is really quick, isn't it? Bo was saying
yes, they are.
It is. And for me, it's just working on them as well. I'm just ham-fisted, you know. Like I had a problem with one of my Scale Electric Formula 1 cars. It's funny because Doug was talking about doing the wiring. And again, the Scale Electric's wire had broken off the little connector on the front where the guide blade is. I know it's such a job trying to solder a new wire on without taking the whole thing apart. And you're trying to hold the solder, even with a good quality soldering iron, and then the plastic around it is melting because if you touch off any part of the chassis with your soldering iron, it just... And they're like, oh, come on. And being Formula 1 cars, the front is very important. You've very small area to work in. So you can imagine me trying to work on something like this. I just I'd
Well,
drive myself
I
crazy.
got exactly the same experience first time I took my first HO car apart. I took it apart, you know, and then you've got those springs at the braids, or what is the braids? Yeah,
little in there,
exactly.
there's little tiny springs. Yeah,
Exactly. And to me, it looked like I took it off, and it was like,
yes, yeah,
and I never found it again, you know.
Mm.
So, but all good, all good. I drive HO cars myself. I have a 4-lane HO track in my basement, and I have a HO drag strip in my basement that I set up during Corona, and that was
really.
a lot of fun. Yes,
We've never seen it, have we? Have you put it on your channel?
yes, very, very far down, like to the very beginning. If you go down, yes, I even did a live.
Okay, guys, we all need to go and search the beginning of Nico's channel and have a look at his HO track, and we bombard it with comments. You're like, whoa.
Well, the funny thing was there were guys in the UK and in the US that did proxy races with HO drag cars.
Drag cars. Okay, he will be back to finish that story in about 15 seconds, I reckon. A proxy series for HO drag cars is, I think I heard Nico right. We'll see. No drama. HO drag strip. Yeah, HO drag strip would be interesting because you could build a fairly long drag strip in relation to the scale of the car. You know, where if you had a 124 car, you know, you need a longer to keep it scale. So yeah, I suppose you could do some crazy stuff. Maybe stick 25 or 30 bolts in pretty quick, you know. But yeah, drag racing. I know some of the guys in the UK are big into drag racing as well. I think Andy and Ruben. Ruben's quite good. Young Ruben goes drag racing, and he does very well. Of course, he's young. He's got those young reflexes there, you know. So I see he does quite well. He likes to do the drag racing. I think they're doing a bit of stock car racing as well now. Stock car racing, or is that RC cars? Actually, I think that's RC car, stock car racing. Andy and Ruben might be doing. Yeah, Nico will be right back after these messages. You never know when he's going to pop in. Here he is. He's back.
Hours later.
Oh, I thought 15 seconds was more like 45 seconds. Okay, back to you. Go ahead. You were telling us. So you were saying something.
I was telling you. I need to speed up when I'm talking, I guess, to get all my messages out. No, just kidding. No, during Corona, there were guys in the US and in the UK doing proxy races with HO drag cars, and that was a lot of fun. And it was, to me, one of the fairest proxy races there is, because it's just go. And the car that arrives at the end first is the winner. There is no discussion on driving style, tires, how the track behaves, what control did you use,
you change lanes.
Forget about it. It's just,
you're not crap.
it's just go, and you've got a winner, and you've got no discussion. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the guys were broadcasting it with a stable internet connection. Not everybody has nowadays.
Nico, I'm very intrigued. I thought the internet in Germany, in Austria, excuse me, I thought the internet in Austria should be very good quality.
Austria, no, we're very far behind with those glass fiber cable connections. We're like a third country. And my internet connection is actually via my mobile. So the internet connection all the time. So every live we did so far was always
using that as your internet. Yeah. Okay.
My hotspot. Yeah.
It's bad tonight. It might. You never know what could be causing interference. You're gone again, Nico. I'm the bearer of bad news. And Nico's gone for a minute. Okay, I'll go to the chat. Slotcar Wildman, Eric, welcome to the chat. I've lost a really close friend. Oh, sorry about that. That's really hard to deal with, isn't it? When you lose a close friend, it's terrible. Bad news. I'm still processing it. Yeah, it does. It hits, as we all know from recent events with our good friend Pat. It really hits hard, and it takes a while to get over losing a friend and a close friend. For Eric, a close friend, is it's really hard. I suppose the best thing is, just keep on going on to the chats and all, and just keep on chatting away. And I'm sure Eric has a lot of friends in the community who will text him and say hi, and if he needs to chat. Nico sounds like he's with Star Wars. I know, yeah, when you break up, it's like, that's all we can hear, Nico. Come on, you go ahead, Nico. I'll take a seat for a minute.
Well, it's just to say goodbye to Chris. He's off for the pub. And yeah, sorry to hear about the loss. It's always hard losing someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yes, the whole community is always there if you want to talk. That's a good thing. And it's not just a blah blah. It is true.
Yeah, there's great people in the community here, isn't there?
By the way, hi Warren. Warren's in for about like 3/4 of an hour already. I haven't managed with his on and off to say hi. Hi Warren.
Yeah, but Warren's here for 3/4 of an hour, but with you cutting in and out, you've only been here for about 5 minutes.
Exactly. Maximum. Yeah.
There's Warrior saying something about the internet to you. Did you see that very latest comment?
Yeah, I know. I know that a cable would be more reliable. I know about that. But before I was cut off the last time, I tried to explain that the glass fiber optic cables are not very far processed yet here in Austria. So, but I'll still give it a try.
Well, my internet here now we're not on cables. My internet is like a little modem, or what you call it. The antenna's down in the town, and it sends a signal, and it picks it up on this box beside me, whatever the hell it's called. But the internet in Latvia, even though Latvia in some places is really not so far developed, we're still catching up on a lot of things in Europe. But the internet here is one of the most advanced in Europe. So
I know. I heard that. Yeah.
Internet, which is great for me. So,
good to hear if it works.
I used to have terrible internet. It used to take me hours to upload. And it's funny, I went down to the shop where I got my phone.
Oh, no.
And I said it to the young girl. I said, look, my internet is terrible. And she said, a router. She said, did you try a new router? I said, no, we got a new one a couple of years ago. She said, might be a problem, try a new router. We got a new router, connected it up. Internet was huge difference. It was like 5 times quicker. Like in the snap of a finger, I replaced the router and the internet, and since then it's been fantastic. You can have 3 computers, 2 phones, and just nothing slows down. And great up. So I'm so happy now. I used to be so frustrated, couldn't watch a movie online around, and it would keep freezing. You get this circle, this ridiculous circle. But now it's fabulous. So the internet here is very good, and we're in the sticks in Latvia. So
this is what I've been looking for for the last 60 minutes, so to say. Yeah.
Circle.
Instead of talking to Harry and you guys.
Eric had to go. Got a phone call. Okay. Thanks for popping in, Eric, and our condolences.
Eric. Yeah, condolences again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, Bo, I know a Wi-Fi cable would help. I'm working on it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. But it's only today. It's been good so far. We've had very few problems, so there could be just atmospheric reasons, you know.
Yeah.
But we've done well. I mean, come on, we're an hour and 10 minutes on, and we've gotten through it. And the most important thing, your internet worked almost for the whole time Doug was here. Almost.
Almost. Yeah, of course. Almost. Yeah. Again, it was a live solo from Harry with a few discrepancies when I popped in and out.
Hey, there's another good reason for having two of us on the show. Because if one of us loses the internet, the other can keep going on, you know?
Exactly. You're bust. And it was good to have Doug on from Bahrain, which was really, really great.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that a lot. I really was looking forward to that.
Yeah. And of course, it was supposed to be a surprise, and I blabbed it because I'm so innocent. I'm the worst person in the world at keeping secrets. So terrible. Actually, no, I'm not. I mean, if it's something highly personal, someone says, I won't tell anybody, I'll absolutely keep it to myself. But I'm so relaxed when we're having our chats that I'm just blah, 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 blah. You know? It wasn't like a secret as such.
I know. Well, thanks for all those helpful hints in the chat. I love you all, guys. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. There were suggestions on putting on the power flip or switch or plugging in the cable, things like that. So thanks a lot, guys.
Or stand like this and hold the phone upside down, and you'd be grand.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I have to sit like this for the whole show.
I'll come back to you guys, each and every one, on a single path. Don't worry. You'll get it back.
You're doing well. You're keeping very calm. You haven't gone crazy yet. I'd be getting rather annoyed now if I was you. There'll be lots of interesting words offline.
Well, maybe that's why they cut off so often, because they didn't want to get all those beeps in between, you know?
Oh, but yeah, so we had a sort of chat kind of about scale. But it's interesting to hear like what everyone's into, and a tinfoil hat would definitely make a difference. Yeah, you'll have to come on next week with a tinfoil hat.
Thank you, Greg. I love all those practical hints, you know. Yeah, from what I noticed, it was good to talk about the different skills and also to see in the chat the different comments of what people think suits them better or what they think.
Yeah. We got a good range of. There is quite a few people into the 143rd as well now. As budget-wise, the 143rd is the way to go. If you only a certain budget, but you want to get a slot car track and a certain space, and you don't want to go into the HO, if it's just a little bit too small. I mean, budget-wise, the 143rd. And the only thing I didn't like about HO, they're very smooth, they're very quick. They're not for me, but that's HO. And then you have the Carrera Go, the 143rd. But the detail, I mean, and this, like, it just doesn't, it's not to scale properly. It just doesn't look right. It's fat and stumpy like me. And then we have the Carrera Go. I mean, that looks fabulous. Especially the Formula Ones. Now, you guys know I don't like cars with blacked out windows on the Carrera Go. I think they could put an interior and a glass window and they look so much better. That's why I prefer the Formula One cars in the Carrera Go. But I mean, for 20 quid, really good value. And you get a fairly decent track built up, fairly easy for good value, for good price. So budget-wise, definitely Carrera Go.
Absolutely. Worth thinking of and worth giving it more than one thought as for those arguments that you just brought up. See who's joined in. The World Traveler being back in Austria, asking for thoughts on the Carrera 2.0 wireless. Anybody tried them yet?
What is it?
It's Travis.
No, but what's 2.0 wireless? I know it's Travis, but what's 2.0 wireless?
I think it's a new release. They released a new wireless controllers. As I don't use them, I don't know. Maybe Trav, can you give us a hint what the 2.0 is?
Yeah, educate us, Travis.
Well, Bo, in case you didn't notice, he came back to Austria. Now he is a new resident in Austria. So he came back.
They let him back in.
Yes. But it must be quite common, the 2.0, because Bo knows about it. For example, I don't know. There you go. They released them last year. Updated wireless controls. Thanks, Trev.
Is it a wireless controller for the 1/43rd scale for the Carrera Go cars?
No, I think it's for the 1 to 32.
For the 132s, is this the change with the battery? They had different types of batteries, didn't they? Yeah,
Yes.
the design batteries.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I understand now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Helping out.
Yeah, it's
all coming in from all over the world. Yep. Thank you. So anybody has them in use, because I think that, sorry.
I wondered if the updating, because some of them are having problems. Some people have interference problems with them at some stage as well.
Okay.
So maybe they improved them slightly for interference related stuff.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Thanks, Warren.
Well, thanks, Warren. Yeah. With the old Carrera wireless system. This is why I prefer my wired throttles. No complications of charging batteries and interference between your wireless connection on your CU unit, your control unit and stuff. That's just me being an old fogey, you know. Yeah, has Travis landed?
Yes.
He's actually there. Okay.
If you see his Instagram channel, this is not Australia. The surrounding, definitely not.
Mm-hmm. They can run them together. Warren saying, okay, yeah.
Okay.
2.0. Okay. I thought it was actually a whole new system of tracking. I was like, what's this? I wonder, has anyone in the chat actually tried the other thing, the hybrid, Carrera hybrid?
One member of our club has bought the hybrid.
Okay.
We haven't tested it out yet. He just played with his children so far, but he didn't tell a lot of secrets yet, or tell a lot of opinions. So
yeah. I didn't see anybody. Well, put it this way, and it's not my business because I'll never get it. I'm not interested in it. But I haven't seen anybody get really excited about it yet who has bought it.
Let's put it that way. The on YouTube, the rehearsals are not a lot or not many.
Yeah. You go looking for it. There ain't much there, you know. So interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, it's not slot cars. It's radio control cars with telephone.
Exactly.
It's radio control cars without all the fun of a radio control car.
Same for me. I have to admit, it's the same company, it's the same producer. They release it, but it's RC cars to me as well.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Harry? Shall we call it a wrap?
Yeah,
I'm asking you because you do the solo.
I'm sorry we had such a lot of trouble at Nico's then, but you know, it's just so cheap internet they have in Austria. Latvia is so much more advanced than Austria.
You know, we're in mountains, you know.
Yeah, actually we don't have mountains here. We have a couple of big hills.
There you go.
It is a very flat country here. It's very flat. Actually, I struggled to find rocks. I've been to rock crawlers and I can't find any rocks around the local location. So that's how flat this place is. It's almost as bad as Holland.
Okay. So you have to dig them up on your own. Like find them in the soil somewhere.
And I've been rock crawling over tree roots and things like that. And I bought some rocks. I may be course in the back garden.
Which is good. Which is good.
Yeah.
Well, again, a big thank you.
We wait for a minute so Nico can say thank you to you guys. Before he comes back, I'll say thank you as well. Oh, is he back?
I'm back.
No, he's gone again. Now you're gone. Wait a minute. Come back again.
I can talk for 45 seconds now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, but listen, on behalf of myself and Nico, we'll get Nico in a minute now. Hopefully he'll be in for the last section. If he doesn't come back, just to say huge thank you to everybody in the chat. We really appreciate you all being here. We had a great chat tonight, a bit of fun. Lovely to have Doug popping into the live. And we try and get something interesting to happen again next week. Oh, sorry, there's Aid.
Aid just came in.
At the very end, Aid. Did Aid do that a few weeks ago as well? He got him at the very end, I think.
Exactly.
Oh, that's terrible. Sorry, Aid. We're literally wrapping up again. Okay, go on, Nico. We have you for the moment. Chat away.
Well, thanks everybody for showing up, and yes, a very special thanks goes out to Bahrain from the guys from Magnetic Racing for popping in at the beginning of the show. It was really great to have them, and it was really great to have this information on Bahrain and slot car racing, where there is no slot car racing.
Yeah.
So, all you companies out there, you just found yourself a new market by our ambassadors. Let's put it that way. Yeah, absolutely.
And if I'm not mistaken, is Bahrain not one of those countries where guys are mad into cars? Well, the guys are there go in the deserts and these big sports cars and all crazy 4x4s. So you think slot car racing will be something they might enjoy? You know,
that's what I thought as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all you companies out there, you found yourself a new market.
Well, it's like Doug was saying, it could have sold a load of sets there. Can you imagine?
Yeah, he said something like 50. He could have sold 50 sets right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doing that.
Because I'm sure people are doing it, and then they're saying, "Hey, where can we buy this? Where can we get this?" Now, I'm sure Doug was saying you can get it here and here online. He's probably telling them where they can actually get it. But yeah, amazing that so many people never heard of it. And that young guy, what's his name? Mohammed, helping out with the translation. Very good, very nice. Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
Okay. Listen, guys, and enjoy the Formula One. If you're into Formula One, it's looking like an interesting season this year. Let's hope the Ferraris don't get disqualified again. I hope not.
Yeah. Nor do I. And yes, you're right. It looks like an interesting season coming up. Absolutely.
All fun and game. I'd like to see you doing well as well. I'd like to see our Japanese doing well. I don't like Red Bull, but I'd like to see Yuki doing well in Red Bull. So,
yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. Same with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yes.
Or of the upcoming weekend, and see you next week.
Thank you very much for being here, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Part of the Slothead crew. Thank you.
Absolutely. See ya, guys. Bye.
Thanks for popping in.